And Wolf Dogs now can steal a most unlikely victory. But this fifth set, this tiebreaker set, can throw some pretty strange curveballs at you. Wolf Dogs make the perfect start. Namir scores again. He goes to the service, catches the net tape, which allows Diamas to pass. He's back on for Swivka. And Ran Takahashi calmly puts the ball away off the block. Zamachi works his magic. Suntory might have to be patient through some rotations here. Feels to me like they've just got to get a very patient side-out scoreboard job done for the opening phase of this match. Then they've got to go to work with their big scorers. But Wolf Dogs' efforts in defence, both in block and backcourt, has been out of this world. Their serving has been taken up a notch. And that's a disappointing miss from Mizumachi. He'll get another go, more than likely, before the end of this one. But it was his serving that really did set up the opportunities to finish it off in set 4. What an impressive effort that was from Wolf Dogs. Got to do it all again now. And they continue to make the points. That man continues to score. Top scorer by quite a distance now in this game is Namir. And exactly right for Katsu coming back from the break. The Wolf Dogs setter has used him so much more. And at 2-0 down, he's turned Wolf Dogs into a point-scoring machine. Nice, smooth, through the middle from Aniki. Oh yeah, he's still trying to find that middle when he can. Whether that be the quick set to the middle player or the just slightly slower set to the pipe, although there's not much difference in the setting these days between those two attacks. Now, the one concern I would have going into tomorrow's match is the recovery for the older players. Dmitry Mazerski, past his mid-30s now. Tine Ernau, heading towards the autumn of his career. This is going to be a big test for them to be physically ready for tomorrow's match. Well, this is nice stuff. Matching each other point for point. Takahashi scores again out of the pipe. He's a remarkable points provider for this Suntory team, that attack. Challenge? Yeah, it looks like it. Well, generally speaking, the only challenge when it comes to the pipe attack is whether the attacker has stepped on the 3-meter line, the attack line. As a backcourt player, you have to take off from behind it. Is that the discussion? Tine's definitely seen something. Dimitri, look at the size of him in comparison to 2-meter tall Namir. I think Wolf Dogs wanted to get on with it. I think they were in good rhythm, and this is probably the last thing they need. An extended pause in play. Challenge been scrubbed. And the cars trying to hustle everybody. Just asking the officials to get on with it. It is a challenge. It's been clarified for the crowd. Suntory keep their point. Takahashi keeps his point, 4-all. And the Sunbirds hold their nerve. Yeah, that's a good reuse. Ernout knew he couldn't kill that, and so just make sure his team can have another go. And Namia's put that away. Really clever hit this, took it high, but didn't hit it hard. And rolled it over the top of Mazerski to the vacant space. 5-4 Wolf Dogs. Well, the top two teams at the end of regular season play, Osaka Blue Tion lost to Stings in game 1 today here in the Asui Arena. And there's a danger here that Suntory will be beaten as well. So the two quarter-finalists who've had to play their way through to this stage in good shape here. Can Suntory spoil the party? No is the answer with the Mazerski serve. The Amas to come still, but this is not a rhythmic and connected performance now from Suntory. This is scrappy. Not much flow to what they're doing right now, and Wolf Dogs happy about that. Rivan with the serve. As Diamas caught the block, he has. Useful thing to understand. You don't hit with topspin in those situations, you hit the ball flat, and Diamas has hit flat off the hands of Namiya. He goes to serve. Good pass in up. Been a while since we've had a middle set from Hidomi Fukatsu for obvious reasons, but that ball just begged to be set in the middle, and Yamazaki's done a fine job. Actually on his 4th point of the match, Yamazaki, but he's been asked to play in a very different lineup here. Oh. Now that could be a problem. Namiya may, it depends how the scoring goes, he may get round there for one more go from the service line, but that was an important visit and he's not made the most of it. Defended. Point chance. Diamas hooks it up to the sky for Mazerski to swing, but into the net. See what I mean about the rhythm on the Suntory side, that the confidence is just not quite there. So 8 points reached. Teams switch ends to make sure there's no advantage from one end to the other. Every so often you get to commentate on a game that has very clear pathways to it. The start from Suntory, a clear pathway to a 2-0 lead. It was less assured in the comeback from Wolf Dogs because Suntory kept the scoreboard close, but the fierce determination of this Wolf Dogs team has put them in a remarkable position here, and you can't be just glad to get to here. Now Wolf Dogs have to be looking for the win, and in Namiya they've got the person that can deliver that. Mizumachi to serve, missed his last one, puts this one in with force and defends brilliantly. Namiya tips into the net. Oh dear. Well, the most disappointing person in the building is that man. Just tried to power tip this, didn't get a swing on it, and tips it straight into the tape. There were defenders everywhere to cover that anyway. 8-all. Both the big men making a few errors here. Given another chance straight away to atone, and boy, does he know what to do with that ball. And Fukatsu certainly knows how he's going to get this match over the line. Route 1, Namiya. Denda comes in as a point blocker. Fukatsu just making sure that the players left on court know who's going to set this ball, because there's no setter out on the floor right now. And once again, Denda will go middle. Rivan should go out to the right side and Earnout should block left, which means Mazerski is likely to be the player that gets set. Oh, he's not going to get set after a serve like that. That's a remarkable play. And Yamazaki delivers his second ace of the match in astonishing circumstances. That is one hell of a hit. Olivier Lecar straight to the timeout as his team find themselves 2 points behind. And Wolf Dogs building a case here for a remarkable victory. This really would be something out of the ordinary from 2 down to take it in 5. And it's not unusual for these two teams. 3 of their games this season have gone to 5 sets already. 2 in favour of Wolf Dogs, 1 in favour of Osaka, of Suntory Sunbirds Osaka. Well, Swivka must be wondering on the bench. It's a bold move by Lecar to bring Diamas in to serve rather than leave things as they were. And benefit of hindsight, always 2020, but it didn't work on that occasion. And Diamas finds himself out on the floor still. Got to make this work. Good timeout, coach. Katsu is, I said he's a character, he really is. He's larger than life, the Wolf Dog setter. Former Osaka Blue Tion, or Panasonic Panthers as they were, team setter for 10 years. Overpass, good serve from Takahashi. First time he's done that this game. Oh, given everything. Given absolutely everything there by Diamas, and it was enough. It was enough. Suntory recover. And the timeout from Olivier Lecar has prompted his team into a bounce back. And it's that bounce back ability that can sometimes be the difference in sport. Another substitution. Captain is back on court for Wolf Dogs, Kenta Takanashi, in for passing duties against this serve. Earnout somehow gets his hands on it. Namiya, out of system kill, hit very hard again. Well, this game is anyone's. What a set. What a set. Fukatsu's been a star today, as has Namiya. Top scorer by far. Fukatsu to serve. Drops a short one on Diamas. Well, that's when you need a middle blocker, and it's Tina Earnout who's having to fill in that position. But a middle blocker there, I think, would have read that. Renaniki gets himself a kill. That was a risky set from Masaki Oya. Well, Kotaro Kai knows his job when he comes into these matches. He knows that he'll be coming on from the bench to serve, and usually in difficult situations. Here he goes. Great hit. Great pass. Another one-handed set that is beautifully dispatched. Wrong-handed by Tina Earnout. Oh, he's had a magnificent game. Fukatsu makes the set on the edge of the envelope. Earnout tips it away from block and defense. And Wolf Dogs Nagoya go 12-11. Will Namiya get back to the service line? Will he arrive there on match point? And out to serve. Good hit. Diamas doesn't pass it well. Out of system swing for Mazerski. Brilliantly defended by Ichikawa. Oh, and Oya keeps it off the floor. Brilliant play. Absolutely brilliant play from Suntory Sunbirds. Wolf Dogs Nagoya did everything in that rally except score the point. Magnificent work from Fujinaka. And good enough from Dmitry Mazerski. He's into the 20s now. this could be trouble for Wolf Dogs. Good hit. Clips the net, earn-out passes well, and Mizumachi makes the shot. Oh, terrific finish to this match. What a pass. And again, a nice platform just to make sure that ball goes wide enough and high enough for Mizumachi. 13-12. Rivan will serve first. It's still possible that Namiya gets to the line with a jump serve to win it. Rivan had a snatch at it. Mizumachi had a snatch at it, but Diamas gets the point, much to the delight of the Suntory fans. 13-all. Diamas will serve. Swivka is in to block. So it's Suntory this time that have to appoint a temporary setter, a stand-in setter, in the absence of Oya. What a finish to this game. Now, Suntory have to score here. They really do, because they need protection against Namiya returning to the line. And even a single point gives them some kind of help. But if Wolf Dogs side out straight away, they have the opportunity to win this match. And remember, they got hammered in set 2. But from 2-0 down, they forced the issue. They really have played well. Big serve for Alan Diamas. No setter on court. Swivka's been asked to do a blocking job from the bench here for Suntory Sunbirds. Where does Fukatsu go with his set? Mizumachi or Namiya? Diamas into the net. This is Wolf Dogs' game now to win. They can take this home with Namiya at the service line. Oh, this is massive in the context of this semi-final. And Lekar will slow it down as much as he can, making his substitutions. And then finally calling a timeout. That's a good piece of game management from the Suntory coach. Just making Namiya cool his jets, but he is so experienced, the Dutch international, that he'll be backing himself to ace this out. Well, we had a 33-31 first set between Osaka Blue Tion and J-Tech Sting Zaichi earlier today. This one might be going into overtime as well. Masaki Oya, really confident. A little bit of work with his team. Let's hope that confidence is not misplaced. This is huge. Namiya then, to try and win it for Wolf Dogs Nagoya from the service line. It's match point to Wolf Dogs from 2-0 down. Away we go. Oh, what a service. What a dig from Fujinaka. Takahashi is off the block and away. And Wolf Dogs' chance to win the match has for the moment gone. What a pressure hit. What a brilliant hit. Now, another serving substitution. So Taishi Onodera has not been required to serve here. It's going to be the backup setter once again. Ryoshi Mokawa will be trying to work a defensive touch. Dear me. Oh, it gets to everybody. Mizumachi nearly played that ball. He just took his hands away at the last split second. Serve error. Second match point, Wolf Dogs. Not the biggest block in the front line. This should be relatively straightforward if Suntory get a good pass away. So Mizumachi has license to go for this serve. He can go after this ball now. Does so, into the net. Second match point goes. drama all the way. It was always going to be the case in this matchup. It had to be. And despite the start to the game with Suntory in complete control, Wolf Dogs have made this count. Superb. Absolutely superb. What a set from Fukatsu. What a kill from Namiya. That is an extraordinary play. So powerful from the Wolf Dogs setter. Suntory not done yet, but it's match point number 3 to Wolf Dogs. And a man who served the ace down the line last time he came to the line, Yamazaki, can go again. Oh, it's a great serve. Mazerski is defended. Ball's live. Namiya to kill it. Oh, no. Just wide. He wants a challenge. Immediately asks for a challenge. Did this catch the block? Did this catch the line? We're about to find out. I'm not sure Valerio Bardavan thinks the game is over here. Now, there's the defensive touch. Mizumachi races to it, gets it live. Here's the hit. Oh, is it it? Oh, that is close. That is close. Now, if it's compressed even a fraction, this might be the tightest call we've had all game. And if it's in, they win. It's the win! It's the win for Wolf Dogs Nagoya. A stunning, stunning comeback from 2-0 down. The visitors have produced one of the most magnificent performances of the season to win semi-final game 1 in 5 sets against the reigning champions, Suntory Sunbirds Osaka.